We're here with Yankees general manager Brian Cashman. Brian, James Kaprielian, your first-round draft pick. A lot of buzz about him early in camp. A guy people say might have a chance to get into the big leagues this year. What have you guys liked most about him, seeing him early this camp, and just what did you like most about him in drafting him in the first round last year?
Well, the words that stand out are polished college starter. He had a 4-pitch mix, strike thrower with a good arm, and performance to follow. All of those things added into a guy that, in theory could move very fast through a farm system no matter who drafted him. He's someone that Damon Oppenheimer targeted. We had hoped he would get to us in the draft, kind of expected he would be potentially in that mix there. And sure enough, he was, and Damon did not hesitate to pull the trigger. So we're pretty excited about the opportunity he provides us going forward, and we'll see what happens.
One thing we've seen from James, and anybody you talk to about him talks about his maturity level, both on and off the field. Obviously, a backstory there with his mom passing away while he was in college. But how much does his maturity factor encourage you guys, not only that he can handle what's on the field, but in your market, what potentially could come with it being off the field?
Well, you always hope that you have strong, mentally strong players, and he certainly has projected that thus far. As he rises up the ladder, and plays in front of larger crowds, and ultimately, as we hope, Yankee Stadium someday, he'll be tested. Obviously, how does he respond to a tough inning or a tough outing, or opposing a crowd, hopefully in a playoff situation at one point or more. And those are still things that there'll be growth spurts for him. But so far, he's shown a lot of indications that he reminds you a lot about an Adam Warren type, or those guys that are professional college guys that kind of seamlessly transitioned to the pro game.
As a team, you've had a lot of success. A lot of international free agent signings, guys like Chien-Ming Wang, Ivan Nova, El Duque, who have gone on to become good starting pitchers for you. Haven't had as much success in the draft. The last 20 years, Andy Pettitte and Phil Hughes, the only two drafted starting pitchers for the Yankees to win 10 games in a season for the Yankees. Is there a hope that maybe James Kaprielian is the next guy to extend that list?
Hope so. I mean, we traded away some of the other guys, like an Eric Milton, who was our number one pick, and an Ian Kennedy, and obviously have gone on to have success elsewhere. But obviously James hopefully can change that narrative, sooner than better.
And he's from Phil Hughes' hometown, so you never know, right?
Yeah, keep the fingers crossed.
You get excited to see these kids like Kaprielian and some of your younger stars, hopefully stars in the making. You get excited to see those guys in camp and get a close-up look at them?
Yeah, there's always that curiosity, and you have them get exposed to a new environment in a veteran clubhouse. I mean, right now they're being lockered up with the creme de la creme, of their peer group. And so there's a lot of learning and growth opportunity from that. That'll take place in our clubhouse, but also on the field of play when they're competing against, opposing hitters that, they will not be seeing. For instance, in James's case, he's due to start out in the Florida State League. So we have great hope that he can move fast. I remember when Billy Epler a number of years ago was scouting our Florida State League affiliate. They were playing a road series in Lakeland, Florida, against the Detroit Tigers affiliate in the Florida State League. And after that series, he said, I got two starters we just saw from the Yankees that are better than some of the starters we have in the rotation in New York. And that happened to be Jabba Chamberlain and Ian Kennedy. And then sure enough, later that year, those guys rose the ranks, I think, and joined us in the big league. So you want as many of those as you can possibly get. They're just hard to find.
Brian, appreciate the time.
Thanks so much.